Hi, I'm Cliff, and this is my garage. And today, we're going to try and get rid of these scuff marks on my friend's car. Hey, welcome back to the garage. And if this is your first time joining me, thanks for dropping by. So, this is my friend Aubrey's 2013 Kia Rio. And she was parked at work and somebody hit her car. Now, it wasn't super bad. I'm not quite sure what hit it, but it looks like some kind of rubber thing or plastic or something. Anyhow, it didn't actually do any damage. It didn't dent it in, but it did leave these deep scuff marks with like rubber or plastic embedded in the paint. Normal cleaning hasn't taken it off, and so I thought I'd give it a try using a double action polisher and some mild paint compound. So let's give it a try. What I've got here is my Griot's Garage 6-inch dual action random orbit polisher. About $140, I think, off of Amazon. I'll give you a link down below. If you need something a little cheaper with the right coupon, Harbor Freight has a nice little double action polisher that'll cost you about 50 bucks or so. Now the problem with that is that it is far louder and it has a lot more vibration. I tried one, I didn't like it. On the other hand, it costs between 1/3 and 1/2 of what this one does. Another one to check out would be the Torque polisher. I'll give you a link to those too. And I've never used one, but I've heard they're very good. One thing I like about them is that you need to keep switching between low and high speed. So when you start off, you want to be at low speed, and then you change to high speed. You got to make sure to turn it back to low speed when you start the next section. The Torque will do that for you automatically. At the time I was shopping for dual action polishers, I thought that wasn't a very good feature. I thought it was going to be kind of irritating. When it turns out, I think it's actually kind of a good idea. Regardless, this is what I got. This is what I'm going to use. This is Griot's Complete Compound. It's a nice, gentle compound. You'd have to work really hard to do any damage with it. Same thing with this dual action polisher. With the two of these, even if you've never done this before, you'll be able to do a nice job. These are not aggressive at all, and yet they do a good job for what we're going to do here and for general paint correction. So let's shake this up to make sure that the grit, the abrasive, is nice and shaken up all through the compound. And we'll just start in this area right here. About a 2-foot square area is a good starting point. I'm going to take and put 4, ooh, that's a little big, but more or less pea-sized dots of compound on the pad. This is an orange. I think it's a medium, maybe even a fine or a light pad. It's orange, I just know that. We're going to make sure it's turned down to 1. And then just take and dab the compound around. Kind of distribute it. Make sure it's on 1 and start it up. Distribute the compound around. Okay. And now we're going to oh yeah, it's coming right off. right, that looks really good. There's just one spot here that needs a little more attention. I think I've still got plenty of compound on here, so I'm just going to go back and work that a little more. Here, what I've mainly got is a little bit here, there's some right here, and then there's this big mark down here and on the edge of the fender well part here. Oh, there's a little bit along here. So we're going to try and hit, well, let's just stick with this area for right now. At this point, my microphone battery died, so we'll switch over to a voiceover. Basically, at this point, I'm just repeating the same process on the lower rear part of the door. Then I cleaned up the door handle and the scuff above it without adding any compound because the area was small and there was already enough compound on the pad. The nice thing about Griot's complete compound is that any residue wipes off easily with just a microfiber towel. The final step was to spray on some of our soon-to-be-released hydrophobic finishing agent that easily wipes off with a microfiber towel for a nice glossy shine. I think it came out pretty nice. Aubrey was happy. Notice how much shinier the paint is.